Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of See Me On and Through with Monty. Right before you is the now actress Kurrache Tran. And right here is a picture of Miss Tran and her mother. Take a good look at her mother because you can clearly see that she's definitely Asian. And in fact, she's Vietnamese. And this is Kurrache's father. He's an African American of Jamaican descent. Here she is walking with daddy. Looking very happy, by the way. And here's her father right here. No mistaken, he's a black man. Here's her mother, Vietnamese woman. And here Kurrache again with her father. But I want you to take a listen to something that I found particularly interesting. When Kurrache was a guest on the Tamara Hall show, take a listen to this.
Making Emmy.
Girl, I mean, I'm sorry. One to win the Emmy itself was like, I don't know, I downplayed it at first because I didn't think I was going to win. I didn't know, I was just like, okay. And then I won, and I was like, oh my God, and I was crying, and I was emotional. And then to find out that I am the first Asian American actress in the Emmy, daytime and primetime Emmys is like crazy. Like, I made history, and
it's first of all, it's an accomplishment that just takes my breath away. But I remember a few years ago going to the Essence Festival in New Orleans, and I stopped in the ladies' room, and we didn't know each other. And there you were with your makeup in the bowl at the airport. She's doing her makeup by herself.
Okay, so you heard actress Kurrache Tran stating out of her own mouth that she is the first Asian American actress on daytime or primetime to win an Emmy. So basically, her black father doesn't count anymore. And there's a lot of layers to this particular story, so follow me very carefully, and I'll try to make myself as clear as possible. Here's her Vietnamese mother and her African American Jamaican father. He's black. He's not mixed, he's black. Now, so she has basically chosen to go to the side of her mother. That's all fine and dandy. Because Naomi Osaka is black and Japanese, and she identifies as a black woman. But there is a different subtext or context to the story with Naomi versus Kurrache. And here's the difference right here. Naomi Osaka is black and Japanese and does identify as a black woman. But Naomi Osaka has never used the black community as a come-up. She has never once stated that she is Japanese and then switched over to being black. And I'm going to show you Kurrache Tran's troubled history on this. Kurrache Tran makes history as the first ever API Emmy Award winner. That means Asian American Pacific Islander. Nothing about her being black. Oh boy, she's loving this, I bet. Kurrache Tran makes history as the first ever APP, Asian American Pacific Islander, Emmy winner in the lead actress category. So Kurrache Tran has her sights on Oscars, Emmys, Tonys, who knows what, and being a non-black. Now let's go to her history. She got famous, and we first became aware of her through her dating Chris Brown. At this particular time right here, around 2014, could be before that, she was black. Here she is with Chris Brown. She was an unknown, born and raised in Los Angeles, but she was struggling and striving to become famous. And this was after the Chris Brown and Rihanna breakup. Remember that famous picture where Rihanna had her eyes blackened? She was beaten by Chris Brown on the LA street, and he started dating Kurrache Tran, an unknown back then. So Kurrache Tran, you can see that she got famous by her connections to Chris Brown. She was able to go to Lakers games, basketball games, hobnob among the rich and famous, and to get into their elite circle through her black boyfriend, Chris Brown. And this went on for a couple of years. Her dating Chris Brown, becoming entrenched into celebrity circles, getting her name out there, getting her picture out there, becoming famous or semi-famous as a black woman. And here they go in happier times. So Chris Brown, a worldwide entertainer, singer, he dances very well, but worldwide, brought world fame to her. Believe me when I tell you this, she wasn't Asian then. Then after Chris Brown, she went on to another black man, Victor Cruz. They dated for about a 3-year period, I believe. And during this dating phase with Victor Cruz, she wasn't Asian then. When I say she wasn't Asian then, I'm telling you how she self-identified. And I guess she had a brief fling with another brother. But this is still during her relationship with Victor Cruz. Actually, let me go back here. Let me be fair about this. I don't know what this is right here. So we'll bypass that, but we'll continue on with the truth. We do know that she dated Victor Cruz for about a 3-year period. And unfortunately for her and him, or could be fortunately, it didn't last. But here she is again with another worldwide famous black man, but this time a black athlete, who is able to keep her in celebrity circles and celebrity gossips by constantly getting her picture taken. Now that relationship is over, and here she is right here. Kurrache Tran makes history. I read this again. You know AAPI. We all know what that means right there. And look where we're at today. This is ironic. So Kurrache Tran makes history as the first Asian American Pacific Islander actress. And out of her own mouth, she now identifies as Asian. Not mixed, not black, Asian. That's fine. However, let's go on with this story right here. I'm going to tell you where I have problems with this. Here she is at the BET Awards show. This is 2014 on the red carpet. A black award show. Black entertainment television. Here she is a staple again at 2015, the BET Awards show. Notice that she's not at any Asian award shows. And notice how it is primarily black people who brought her to the forefront, who made her famous. Here she is at BET 2016. Look at the dates at the bottom. BET 2017. She's not at no Asian American Pacific Islander award show. I cannot find any pictures of her at any award shows or any type of events in which they gave. She was a staple among black award shows. Here she is at the BET. What is this right here? Yeah, 2019. So at the BET award shows, black entertainment television, she was a regular staple there. She even got her hand into hosting award shows, some of the BET award shows. Here she is with an interview for Essence magazine. Kurrache Tran dishes on wardrobe details from set of Deputy and talks about favorite fashion trends. Now she's been interviewed by Essence magazine, a black magazine, but I don't hear her being interviewed for Asian magazines. Here another one. Essence. Fans go wild over Kurrache's new curls. Okay. Essence again. So pretty much it's been all black award shows, black interviews from magazines, that she has given. Here she is at a Essence Award show again, or some type of luncheon for black women. For black women. She's there. Here she goes right there at Essence Festival. She's there at a black award show. Here she is with Niecy Nash. Boy, Niecy looks great there. Wow, look at that body. But they both look beautiful. Some type of black fashion award show here. Note that when she's around black fashion or black people, or in the early beginning stages of her career, she was black. Look at the bottom of this right there. This is black girl fashion. Here she is, a modeling gig in which she got paid money for. Look at the models in the background. So promoting something for black girl fashion. Today now, as she elevates her career, she's an Emmy winner. I mean, she wants to go higher in the movies now. All of a sudden, she's Asian now. She's no longer a black girl. She's Asian. And let me tell you the problem with this here. She's going to find that Hollywood, which is controlled by white men, do not necessarily prefer Asian women who look like this. They do not necessarily prefer an Asian woman with a black admixture. Now, I grew up around a lot of white men, and we do know that white men, their first choice is going to be a white woman. Their second choice when it comes to any type of female is going to be an Asian woman. They do not prefer an Asian woman that looks like Kurrache Tran or Chrissy Teigen. That's not the type of Asian that white men prefer. They prefer Asians who look like this, who have whiter skin, who are more traditionally what we would consider Asian. This is what they prefer. So when she goes into casting, when they are looking for an Asian woman, they are going to have this on their mind. They're not going to have a mixed Asian woman on their mind, particularly not an Asian woman with a black admixture. So Kurrache Tran is banking on that she can have more success as an Asian actress than a mixed or black actress. And she's going to find that that's not going to be the case. Just like in Hollywood, when they think of a Latina actress, they do not think of a Armada La Negra. They do not think of a Zoe Saldana. That's not what they're thinking about. They are thinking about and looking to cast someone who looks like a Jennifer Lopez or someone who looks like a Sofia Vergara. And by the way, to back this up, Sofia Vergara is the highest paid Latina actress in the history of television. Jennifer Lopez is probably the richest Latina actress ever in the history of entertainment. And look at how they look. They do not look like this. They don't look like that. This is the type of look that they are thinking of when they think of a Latina actress. And this is the type of look that is going to be rewarded as a Latina actress. Not a black Latina, not a mixed Latina. So when they start casting for Asians, or when they do cast for Asian or want an Asian woman, they're not going to be looking at Kurrache Tran. So she's going to find that out the hard way. And I hope that when she finds it out the hard way, that black people do not come with open arms and accepting her back. The problem that I have with black people is that we tend to be too forgiving. So she turned her back on us, so to speak. She got what she wanted from us, which was fame, which was publicity, notoriety. She discarded us. She discarded her black father. Now, Naomi Osaka, as I told you once again, it is completely different. She never used the black community to get ahead. She never once discarded us. So I can accept Naomi Osaka claiming that she's black. But Kurrache Tran, this girl was on a whole different level. She completely I mean, got famous by being on the backs of black people, black men, black women, black award shows. All of a sudden, she's Asian. Her father must be very proud of her. Seriously. I mean, we're talking about a whole new level of come up. So with this right there, it's no loss to the black community. I'm not saying this because I'm disappointed in her. I do not like the idea of you using black people. I like the idea of you using black culture. You're accepting money. When you're not famous, you're not an Emmy winner. When you're a struggling actress, you're all black then. It's almost like you're black for benefits. You're black for monetary gains. And then once you get some notoriety, an Emmy winner now, woohoo, she flips the script. Now she's Asian. But let me just tell you one damn thing, what we're not going to do. We're not going to dig and fight for her because we have too many beautiful, talented black actresses that we can continue to clap for. Regina King, Viola Davis, Angela Bassett, Lupita Nyong'o, Kerry Washington, Taraji P. Henson. Salute. So, Kurrache Tran is no loss to the black community. She never was a gain. And black people, let this be a lesson. Be careful with who we are accepting into our circles, who we are giving jobs to, who we are rewarding monetarily. Because it could be the enemy. Doing all this right here, which tells me that she probably had an agenda from the very beginning. She probably never really looked at herself as being black. This was just a facade, just to get her foot into the door, however which way she can. Now that her foot is in the door, she has discarded us like yesterday's news. But let me just tell you about tomorrow's news. We don't give a damn. The Asians can have her, keep her. We got who we need, we got who we want, and we're very proud to hold on to that. Kurrache Tran, goodbye and good riddance. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty, and I will see you all beyond and through.